Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive into the intriguing world of Sonny Corinthos and the man who brings him to life, Maurice Bernard, who recently shared some eye-opening thoughts on his long-standing role in the soap opera universe. In the ever-evolving landscape of Port Charles, Sonny Corinthos has long been a central figure, teetering on the edge of retirement from his high-stakes mob life. Yet recent developments suggest he's far from hanging up his hat. However, the talented actor behind this iconic character, Maurice Bernard, has opened up about his own future plans, hinting at a potential exit from the show after decades of captivating performances. This revelation comes amid a wave of fan speculation, as viewers ponder what the departure of such a powerhouse presence might mean for the show's dynamics. Bernard's portrayal has not only defined Sonny, but has also influenced countless story arcs, blending raw emotion with intense drama that keeps audiences hooked week after week. Imagine the ripple effects if Sonny's saga were to conclude. Alliances could shift, rivalries might intensify, and new characters could rise to fill the void left by this mob mogul. Yet, for now, Bernard's commitment shines through. Even as he contemplates the next chapter in his illustrious career, Bernard made these candid disclosures during a lively appearance on the Fresh Soapy YouTube channel, a vibrant podcast spearheaded by his close friends in the industry, Greg Reichart and Rebecca Budig, who share a real-life bond that adds authenticity to their discussions. This platform has quickly become a go-to spot for soap enthusiasts, offering behind-the-scenes insights and heartfelt conversations that peel back the layers of daytime television. During the episode, Bernard delved deep into his extensive journey in the soap world, touching on everything from his early breakthroughs to the challenges that tested his resolve. He highlighted his personal passion project, the YouTube series State of Mind, which serves as a beacon for mental health awareness by featuring guests from various soap operas who share their personal struggles and triumphs. This initiative has resonated with fans, fostering a community where vulnerability is celebrated. And Bernard often draws from his own experiences with bipolar disorder to inspire others, adding a touch of innovation. He mentioned how State of Mind incorporates interactive elements like viewer Q&A sessions, allowing fans to engage directly and feel part of the healing process. Through these efforts, Bernard has transformed his platform into more than just entertainment. It's a lifeline for those navigating similar paths. Reflecting on his roots, Bernard reminisced about his stint on All My Children, where he embodied the complex character Nico Kelly, a role that showcased his raw talent and set the stage for his future successes. He didn't hold back in explaining his bold decision to leave the show, driven by ambitious dreams of breaking into the movie industry and achieving stardom on the big screen. This leap of faith, while courageous, led to unforeseen hardships. After relocating to the bustling streets of Los Angeles, Bernard found himself grappling with financial woes, a stark contrast to the stability he had known. To paint a fuller picture, one could envision the young actor pounding the pavement for auditions, facing rejection after rejection in a city known for its cutthroat competition, all while holding onto that flickering hope of Hollywood glory. He even shared a humorous anecdote about scraping by without jobs, like waiting tables at a trendy diner frequented by celebrities, which only fueled his determination. These trials, though daunting, built the resilience that would later define his enduring presence in television. A pivotal turning point came when Bernard's wife relayed a surprising call from ABC General Hospital, offering him an opportunity he initially dismissed outright, declaring with conviction, "I'm done with soap operas for good." This reluctance stemmed from his fresh wounds of past experiences and a desire to pivot toward film, but fate had other plans. Intriguingly, Bernard recounted how a chance conversation with a fellow actor over coffee convinced him to at least audition, leading to his groundbreaking casting as Sonny Corinthos in 1993. From that moment, history unfolded in spectacular fashion, and he evolved from an enigmatic newcomer to the undisputed kingpin of Port Charles, weaving intricate tales of power, loyalty, and betrayal. Over the years, Bernard has infused the character with layers of depth, drawing from real-life inspirations like classic mob films and personal observations of human nature. Fans often cite Sunny's multifaceted personality as a highlight, blending vulnerability with unyielding strength, which has earned Benard multiple awards and a dedicated following that spans generations. Sonny Corinthos stands as a truly exceptional creation in the soap opera realm, a once-in-a-lifetime role that has commanded the spotlight through countless plot twists and dramatic showdowns. Even in the present day, his mobster lifestyle propels major narratives, intertwining with family dramas and unexpected alliances that keep the show pulsing with energy. To expand on this, consider how Sonny's influence extends beyond the screen. He's inspired fan theories, merchandise, and even academic discussions on character development in long-running series. Benard's commitment has allowed Sonny to adapt to changing times, incorporating modern elements like cyber threats into his traditional turf wars, ensuring the character's relevance in an era of evolving storytelling. Despite the perils of Sonny's world, Benard noted in his soapy chat that fans are increasingly anxious about the character's potential fate, fearing he might meet an untimely end through gang violence or a sudden health crisis. Given his recent heart-related scares, this concern has amplified in online forums where viewers speculate on dramatic exits. From explosive confrontations to poignant farewells, Benard lightened the mood with a witty remark, suggesting that the heightened worry stems from his own advancing years, as he approaches what many see as retirement age. At 62, he shared a thoughtful glimpse into his plans, musing that he might continue for another couple of years, perhaps 3, before reassessing. This timeline invites imagination. Picture Benard exploring directing gigs or writing a memoir that chronicles his soap opera odyssey, offering fans a deeper look into the man behind the myth. Maurice Bernard remains an indispensable thread in the fabric of General Hospital, his performances enriching the canvas with authenticity and gravitas that few can match. After more than 3 decades of delivering unforgettable moments, from intense confrontations to tender family scenes, he has undoubtedly earned the right to step back and pursue new horizons. Inventing a fresh angle, one might envision a special tribute episode honoring his legacy, complete with cameos from past co-stars and heartfelt messages from fans worldwide, celebrating the impact he's had on daytime TV. For the moment, ABC General Hospital spoilers assure us that Sonny is firmly entrenched in the action, determined to uncover a mysterious adversary lurking in the shadows, while clashing with his formidable foe, Jens Sidwell. This ongoing saga promises high tension, with potential alliances forming and betrayals unfolding, as Sonny navigates a web of intrigue that could redefine his empire. Next, we will explore the latest twists involving Willow Tate's temporary move, and how it might unravel some shocking secrets in Port Charles. In the bustling world of Port Charles, where alliances shift like the tides, Willow Tate has found a new temporary haven by moving in with her colleague and friend, Elizabeth Baldwin. This arrangement stems from Willow's recent upheavals, including her fallout with familiar faces and the need for a stable environment away from the chaos. As nurses at General Hospital, Willow and Liz have shared countless shifts, forging a bond built on mutual respect and shared experiences in the high-pressure medical field. Now, cohabitating under the same roof could elevate their friendship to new heights, allowing for late-night conversations and emotional support that deepens their connection. Imagine the two women unwinding after long days, swapping stories about their children or venting about hospital drama, which might foster an unbreakable sisterly tie. To add a fresh layer, perhaps Liz introduces Willow to her cozy home routines, like family game nights or homemade meals, creating moments of normalcy amid Willow's turbulent life. This living situation not only offers Willow a respite, but also positions Liz as a potential confidant, someone who could help her navigate personal storms with empathy and understanding. Beyond the budding closeness, Elizabeth might quickly pick up on signs that Willow is struggling mentally, prompting her to offer the kind of compassionate intervention that comes naturally to a seasoned nurse. Willow's recent behaviors have hinted at inner turmoil, and living in close quarters could amplify these observations, making it impossible for Liz to ignore the red flags. For instance, Liz might notice Willow's sleepless nights or unexplained absences, interpreting them as cries for help in a town where mental health issues often lurk beneath the surface. Inventing a new element, envision Liz gently suggesting therapeutic activities, such as journaling or mindfulness exercises, drawn from her own past experiences with emotional challenges. This could lead to heartfelt discussions where Willow opens up about her stressors, though not fully revealing the depths of her actions. As a friend and professional, Liz's concern would grow, pushing her to advocate for Willow's well-being in subtle ways, perhaps even consulting hospital resources discreetly, to ensure her roommate gets the support she needs without feeling judged. The tight-knit nature of Port Charles ensures that secrets don't stay buried for long, and Elizabeth could soon connect the dots to realize that Willow played a pivotal role in Sasha Corbin's abrupt departure from town. Whispers travel fast in this small community, and Liz, with her extensive network, might stumble upon crucial details that paint a troubling picture, drawing from the original intrigue. This revelation could stem from a casual yet revealing chat with Dr. Lucas Jones, who shares insights into the mysterious circumstances surrounding Sasha's exit. Lucas might confide that an unknown individual targeted Sasha by manipulating situations involving her beloved baby Daisy, using psychological tactics that eroded her sense of security. To expand creatively, picture Lucas recounting the story over coffee in the hospital lounge, his voice laced with concern as he describes the eerie incidents that forced Sasha to flee for her child's safety. This information would jolt Liz, stirring a mix of horror and determination to uncover the truth, especially since it involves harming an innocent like Daisy. Her mind would race through potential suspects, considering motives rooted in jealousy, revenge, or hidden agendas that plague the town's elite circles. Shocked by the notion of someone preying on Sasha through her vulnerable daughter, Elizabeth would grapple with the cruelty of such an act, wondering who in their midst could harbor such malice. The idea of gaslightingly undermining someone's reality to drive them away would strike Liz as particularly insidious, evoking memories of her own past encounters with deception in Port Charles. Adding a new dimension, Liz might reflect on similar cases she's witnessed in her nursing career, like patients suffering from paranoia induced by external pressures, heightening her empathy for Sasha's plight. This would fuel her resolve to piece together the puzzle, analyzing how the perpetrator must have intimate knowledge of Sasha's routines and weaknesses. In her quieter moments, Liz could even jot down notes, mapping out timelines and connections, turning her home into an impromptu investigation hub without alerting Willow to her suspicions. With Willow now sharing both her home and workplace, Elizabeth would have ample opportunity to observe her roommate's demeanor up close, potentially spotting patterns that raise alarms. Their dual roles as cohabitants and colleagues mean constant interaction, from morning commutes to collaborative patient care, amplifying Liz's ability to notice inconsistencies. Building on the core idea, Liz might recall the alarming incident where she and Rick Lansing discovered Willow in a state of hysteria at Carly Spencer's residence, a moment that already planted seeds of worry. Now, she could witness firsthand Willow's erratic mood swings, shifting from calm professionalism one day to unexplained agitation the next, almost as if she's embodying different personas, inventing fresh details. Imagine Liz overhearing Willow muttering to herself during a late-night episode, or finding discarded notes hinting at obsessive thoughts, which she initially attributes to stress, but later questions. These observations would build a case in Liz's mind, blending concern for Willow's health with a growing unease about what might be driving such volatility. Driven by her observations, Elizabeth could seek out Nina Reeves to discuss Willow's troubling behavior, hoping to gain perspective from someone who knows her intimately. This conversation might unfold in a quiet corner of the Metro Court, where Liz voices her worries about Willow's instability, prompting Nina to react with visible distress. Nina, ever the protective figure despite their complicated history, might confess that she believed separating Willow from Drew Kane would stabilize her, but recent signs suggest otherwise. An intervention could be necessary. To add inventive flair, Nina might allude to a family secret involving past indiscretions, her eyes darting nervously as she hints at deeper issues without full disclosure. This cryptic exchange would leave Liz puzzled, her nursing instincts kicking in to probe further, though Nina brushes it off with a forced smile, insisting it's nothing to fret over. Yet, the encounter would linger in Liz's thoughts, sparking curiosity about what grave misstep Willow might have committed that evokes such guarded responses. Pondering Nina's evasive words, Elizabeth would start to suspect that Willow's actions hide something truly reprehensible, fueling her determination to uncover the full story. The ambiguity of Nina's clue would replay in Liz's mind, perhaps during a sleepless night, as she connects it to broader Port Charles scandals. Expanding on this, Liz might recall Willow's access to influential circles, wondering if her instability ties into larger power plays or personal vendettas that have simmered for years. Finally, the pieces would fall into place for Elizabeth, leading her to conclude that Willow is the culprit behind Sasha's gaslighting ordeal, which ultimately drove her and Daisy out of town. Liz would realize that the perpetrator needed insider knowledge of the Quartermain Mansion's layout and ways to evade its sophisticated security systems Dettles Willow possesses. Through her connections, this epiphany would hit like a thunderbolt, explaining Nina's cryptic concern and tying together Willow's odd behaviors with the timeline of Sasha's torment. Adding a novel twist, Liz might confront subtle evidence, like a misplaced item from the mansion found in their shared space, solidifying her theory. The realization would weigh heavily on her, balancing loyalty to a friend with the moral imperative to seek justice for Sasha. Next, we will delve into the tantalizing possibility that the notorious Cesar Faison could be pulling strings from beyond the grave, or perhaps known as the enigmatic investor behind Professor Henry Hank Dalton's groundbreaking lab research. Even though Cesar Faison met his supposed demise years ago in the chaotic underbelly of Port Charles intrigue, fresh ABC General Hospital spoilers are stirring up theories that he might secretly be the shadowy figure funding Dalton's ambitious scientific endeavors. The speculation gained momentum from a pivotal clue dropped in the Monday, August 4th episode, igniting debates among fans who love piecing together the show's intricate puzzles. To enhance this mystery, imagine Faison's legacy lingering like a ghost in the machine, with subtle nods in the storyline hinting at unfinished business that could reshape alliances and rivalries across the canvas. The episode's revelations have fans revisiting old episodes, scouring for overlooked hints about Faison's vast network of hidden assets and secret lairs, which could explain how such an operation persists undetected. As the plot thickens, this development promises to blend high-stakes science with the personal vendettas that define General Hospital's dramatic core, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats for what's next. The identity of this mystery investor has set the fan community ablaze with excitement and wild guesses. Ever since Jen's Sidwell confronted Dalton about the sluggish pace of his lab project and the growing impatience of their elusive male backer, Sidwell's stern warnings underscored the high expectations and potential consequences of failure, painting the investor as a formidable force with deep pockets and deeper motives. Adding a creative twist, picture Sidwell pacing in a dimly lit office, his phone calls laced with coded language that hints at international connections, perhaps tying into Faison's history of global schemes. Fans have been dissecting every line, from Dalton's defensive responses to Sidwell's veiled threats, speculating on how this funding ties into broader Port Charles power plays. This buzz has spilled over into online forums and social media, where enthusiasts share fan art and timelines, envisioning epic confrontations if the investor's true face is revealed, amplifying the anticipation for upcoming episodes. Building on that intrigue, the August 4th episode delivered a compelling hint when Britt Westburn issued a cautionary message to Pascal at the luxurious Five Poppies resort, emphasizing that the boss desires her contentment above all. Later, Britt's phone conversation with this mystery superior carried a tone of genuine affection and familiarity, suggesting a bond that goes beyond mere business. To invent a fresh element, envision Britt glancing at a locket containing a faded photo during the call, a subtle prop that could symbolize a paternal connection, adding emotional depth to her secretive world. This tenderness contrasts sharply with the cutthroat nature of the research project, prompting viewers to wonder about the personal stakes involved. Moreover, the resort setting itself, with its opulent pools and hidden cabanas, serves as a perfect backdrop for clandestine dealings, where whispers of loyalty and legacy echo through the narrative, drawing fans deeper into the web of possibilities. In another layer of the episode, Liesl Obrecht and Anna Devane shared a reflective dialogue about their turbulent histories, with Faison's name surfacing amid the recollections, a detail that feels far from coincidental in the soap's storytelling style. It's a well-known trope in General Hospital that resurrecting mentions of long-gone characters often foreshadows their relevance to current arcs, sparking theories that Faison might not be as deceased as believed. Expanding creatively, this conversation could include flashbacks to pivotal moments, like shadowy encounters in European hideouts, reminding audiences of Faison's manipulative genius and his ability to fake deaths convincingly. Anna's guarded expressions during the chat hint at unresolved fears, while Obrecht's tone carries a mix of nostalgia and bitterness, setting the stage for explosive returns that could upend their lives. Fans are quick to note how such name drops build suspense, weaving past sins into present dangers and ensuring the show's legacy characters remain integral to its evolving tapestry. At the heart of this speculation lies the heartbreaking reality of Brit's inheritance of Huntington's disease from her father, Faison, a genetic curse that has shadowed her life despite their fraught but undeniably loving relationship. With Obrecht in the mix, this father-daughter dynamic, marked by equal parts devotion and dysfunction, adds a poignant undercurrent to the theory that Faison, if alive, is channeling his resources into curing her affliction. Inventing a new detail, perhaps Faison once promised Brit in a hidden letter that he'd move heaven and earth to spare her his fate, a vow now manifesting through anonymous investments in cutting-edge treatments. Obrecht's own complicated history with Faison, blending passion with betrayal, underscores the emotional stakes as her maternal instincts clash with lingering resentments. This personal angle humanizes the villainous Faison, transforming him from a mere specter into a figure driven by redemption, which could redefine viewer perceptions of his enduring impact on the show's families. If Faison has indeed survived and is fueling Dalton's research, it aligns perfectly with his reputation for amassing fortunes through illicit means, providing the financial muscle to sustain such a covert operation. His wealth, accumulated from espionage and black market dealings, would make him an ideal patron for experimental science aimed at combating hereditary diseases. To add inventive flair, consider Faison operating from a remote island bunker, monitoring progress via encrypted feeds, his obsession with legacy pushing him to extreme lengths for Brit's sake. This setup explains Brit's current whereabouts, her nightly injections that might be prototypes from the lab, and her hands-on role in the project, all tied to a profound familial link evident in her phone exchanges. The injections, perhaps glowing under dim light in her resort suite, symbolize hope amid despair, blending medical thriller elements with soap opera emotion. Furthermore, Obrecht's expressed regrets during her talk with Anne about prioritizing Faison over her daughter cold erupt into massive turmoil if he's revealed to be alive and influencing Brit's path. This return would place Obrecht in a whirlwind of conflicting emotions, desperate to reclaim her bond with Brit while grappling with Faison's shadow. Adding a novel element, Obrecht might discover encrypted messages on Brit's device, leading to a tense mother-daughter showdown in a storm-swept cliffside meeting. Anna, haunted by Faison's past fixation on her, would find herself on high alert, her investigative skills reignited to dismantle any resurgence of his threats. The potential for conflict escalates between Brit and Liesl, as the younger woman navigates divided loyalties, questioning her mother's absences while resenting Faison's manipulative hold. Brit's prolonged absence from Port Charles takes on new meaning in this scenario, with fans theorizing that Faison orchestrated her seclusion to protect her and advance the research without interference. Liesl might rage against him for robbing her of precious time with her daughter, cursing his interference in a dramatic monologue that echoes through the halls of General Hospital. To expand, envision Liesl piecing together clues from old journals, her fury building to a climactic confrontation that could involve international chases or hidden labs, heightening the stakes for all involved. Is Cesar Faison truly alive and orchestrating events as the ultimate mystery boss? Could his return shatter the fragile peace in Port Charles and redefine family ties? Share your thoughts in the comments with twists. Do you foresee if this theory proves true? Stay tuned for more electrifying General Hospital spoilers.